Hello there App Spy viewers, my name's Peter and I've got a hands-on video for you, and this time it's with Dark Fear. Dark Fear is a cross between, I would say, something like a point-and-click adventure in the style of Myst and a horror game, I suppose. So you can see that we've got things shining away over this quote. We sit in the mud and reach for the stars. So I'm going to try and tap those, and while I tap these, I get the little letters that come up on the screen. And it's spelling out awaken. You're awake! And just with that little text box, some people will be able to tell what kind of visuals this game is going to have. It's dark, the cobwebs in your mind slowly begin to clear and you start wondering where you are or even who you are. So that's, you feel a hard wooden floor beneath you as your eyes make an attempt to focus on your surroundings. Okay, and here we are. Here are the visuals. There are people who were born maybe after the 80s who are sort of going, what is this? So let's do some tapping around and I will explain a little bit more. So I'm going to tap the lamp. The object to the right feels very smooth like glass from its curved shape. You're guessing it's an oil lamp. Now what's this? You reach out and pick up the small object. Okay. Score 1 of 40. From the smell and feel of it, you soon realise it's a box of matches. You pocket the matches. So what I can do now is I can tap my inventory and I can tap on those. It's a standard box of strike anywhere matches. You see nothing special about them. So I then tap and hold, and I can then drag to the out here and drop it on there. You strike a match and light the oil lamp, and there we are. We have colour now. The oil lamp brightly illuminates your surroundings to reveal a small, unfamiliar looking log cabin. So there's a score in the top left. The visuals are rudimentary, let us say, stylized if we're being nice, and I am, because I think this is a cool game. And we've got arrows on the left and right, and we can look around. So you can see that we're looking around the same room, but from different angles. You can't sort of scroll around it as maybe real Myst or something like that. It's much more of a here are the specific angles that we're going to show you. So here's the toolbox. It's a large rusty toolbox. You try opening the door, but it's locked. We've got our lamp with us. We've got a little picture of a man. Creepy portrait of an elderly gentleman hangs on the wall. You take a closer look. Ooh. As you gaze into the piercing eyes of the haunting portrait, you're overcome with a chilling feeling of familiarity. Although you've no idea who this is, you can't shake the feeling that you somehow know him. You take the photo off the wall and carry it with you, like you would. And what's this here? It's a rusty nail which was holding up the photo. You reach over and carefully pull the nail out of the cabin wall, because obviously everything in an adventure game requires you to use it. So let's go and have a look at this. We've got a rusty nail, see whether or not we can use it on here. You attempt to use the rusty nail to pick the lock. Wiggle the head of the nail to break the lock. So all I'm doing is tapping and holding on the nail. And wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 and there we are. You successfully pick the toolbox lock. It snaps open. Peering inside the now open toolbox, you notice it's completely empty with the exception of an old crowbar lying at the bottom. Pick up the old crowbar. From its condition, it looks like it's on its last legs. Uh-oh. So let's whip on over to the door. You try opening the door, but it's jammed shut, so we're going to use the crowbar on it. Now, I should say that I've played this before. This is why I'm whipping through this, and I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit of the opening areas. Good idea. You jam the old crowbar into the door and attempt to force it open. It opens, but the crowbar breaks. So now we can actually leave the building, and I think we're going to do that. And, oh dear, as a person who's, they're not very well. You step out and find yourself in a small forest clearing. Your surroundings are unfamiliar, and you've still no idea how you got here. You see a badly injured man lying on the ground nearby. He looks like he's been attacked. Let's talk to this person. The man notices your presence, slowly speaks. Please help, I was out hunting and I was attacked by a coyote. He's blocking the way back to the village and won't let me leave this place. You suddenly hear a rustling sound behind you. Oh no, here he comes! The man hands you a small axe. Here, take this and finish him before he kills us both. We've got an HP thing in the top right now. Prepare for battle. So now you can see that we've gone into a kind of old school dungeon crawling RPG system whereby I can attack, I can do other kind of things as well later on in the game. And so the gameplay's kind of morphed a little bit as well. It's kind of a mashup game, it really is. So I'm going to attack the coyote. And we've got this thing here, and when I tap on the screen, it will strike. I can either miss or hit or something in between. So let's go with that. Not bad. Hit with 100% strength. Coyote takes 4 damage, and then it takes a swipe at me, and we're going to keep doing this. Like I say, the game does evolve in its combat a little bit later on down the line. But I don't want to show you too much because I don't really want to spoil everything, because I think you should probably play this game for yourself when it eventually comes out, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. You take 1 damage, your move, and yeah, we're going to attack here. Go on, and go. There we go. Coyote defeated, battle 1. The man looks at you, smiles, and breathes a sigh of relief. Thank you so much for helping me, my friend. You may keep the axe, and here's a little something extra for your trouble. He gives you some gold coins before standing up and slowly limping away. There he is. There's a little... There he is. He's gone now. So we can pick up this bucket as well, and it's got holes in. And now we can exit to map. That's another option that we've got, which is, you know, because essentially we can move to another area. So we're going to move to the village now. And we're going to move to here, and there's a gentleman here. You greet the hulking man. He briefly looks you over and smiles. So he's going to kind of talk to me and you know, explain to me a few things about the world and how it works. And this is basically the game. You know, I don't want to spoil the game too much for you, but you have conversations with villagers. You go out and fight things. There's real, like, creepy atmosphere. There, you know, like I say, there's fighting. It's all in this presented in this first-person perspective. It's really, really cool. And this visual style, you know, this isn't bad visuals. I think a lot of people are mistakenly going to say, "Oh, well, it looks absolutely rubbish." I'm going to upgrade my weapon now, by the way. In a moment I will anyway. People are going to mistake this for bad visuals. They're not. These are the visuals from the late 80s. You know, in the 80s, this was cutting edge, and here it's used to great effect because it has this weird, grainy, very much kind of just odd atmosphere to the whole thing. It makes it look really stylized and grim, and I quite like that. So let's go with upgrade weapon. Now we could upgrade it to a short sword. That's going to cost us money, so we can't do that at the moment. And by just hitting the little skull thing, I've got save load, do all sorts of different things, and it shows the weapon that I'm currently carrying. So let's exit to the map, and we can go to the well. And again, we're using items to you know, figure out how to get through the game and do such things. So it's been a long time. Yeah, all right, chuck it down there. Go on, in you go. Go on. Let's get this thing back. What are we getting? What are we getting? 20 gold coins. Fantastic. Well, that's going to work out quite well. So let's go back in here and upgrade our weapon to a short sword. Let's go with that. Do you want that? You're sure? Sure as poop. I do. So we can now, because we've had that conversation, we can now head off into the forest, and this is where I think we're going to leave things. Like I say, I don't want to spoil the game too much. We've got these additional attack things as well, so you see how the game is evolving. This game is... It's not out yet. This is a test flight build, but I wanted to bring you an early look at this thing, because honestly, I think that this is absolutely smashing. I think it's really handsome, very smart blend of different genres, and I think it's really going to appeal to kind of a niche crowd, but I think that if word gets out about it, I think that it could appeal to a really large crowd. So like I say, Dark Fear, it is out it's either going to be out very, very, very late this year, 2014, or very early 2015, having spoken with the developer. So yeah, not out for a little while, but it is definitely one to keep on your radar. I am absolutely loving this. I'm going to continue to smack up these stupid wolves. Go on, now you're dead, aren't you? And figure out more about the game. Hopefully get that score a little bit higher. And yeah, do let me know if you like the look of this one in the comments. This is Peter with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.